Hi, welcome back to Paneer and Pancakes. I'm Vaaruni Joshi, joined today by one of my friends, Pranavi. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right in. Okay, so first off, we're both qualified to give AP advice. I'd like to say that because we both have taken multiple APs now and made it through them. So I basically just have some questions that we're gonna go over and answer. So yeah, basically enjoy, I guess. Okay, so what was your very first AP class and how did it go?
So my first AP class was AP World, and I would say it went generally pretty well. The class was very heavy on reading though, so I would say that was a small downside. Overall, I feel like it was just the right amount of specifics, and I didn't feel like we were learning a ton of relevant information. Everything was connected to each other one way or another.
Yeah, I took AP World too, but I took it a year later, and honestly,
hmm
it wasn't that bad. I took AP Human. That was my first AP class. That was
hmm
honestly one of the easiest APs, and there's no pressure because the exam it doesn't even count for any credits ever in college. Yeah, and my teacher was really good, so that was a good class I would say for an introduction because I kind of understood what I was supposed to be doing. So
Yeah.
okay, next thing. What's one thing you wish you knew before taking your first AP exam?
You don't need to know every little detail about every single unit. As long as you're able to connect everything to a bigger idea or make connections between time periods, like for A Push, AP World, for example, you'll be fine. I feel like I was stressing so much on making sure I knew every single thing that was taught over the year, but that wasn't the case at all in the exam.
Yeah, I think tests kind of overshadow because for the test you kind of do have to know every detail because there's only so much they can test you in that unit. But the exam is it's more of broad ideas, and I think that was something I didn't understand. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I feel like studying for tests and the exam are very different.
Yeah. My first AP exam, I would say I had paper. I don't did you ever have a paper one?
For physics, but that was hybrid, so all my other ones were
Oh.
online.
Yeah, so my first one, I had completely paper. My FRQ was paper, everything was paper, my MCQ. So that
Right.
one, yeah, so that one was really weird because I didn't expect it to. Okay, this is gonna sound really ridiculous, but I didn't expect it to be so fun to close the exams. Because when you do okay, I don't know if whoever's taking it or whatever, but because when you close the exam, you have to put stickers on your exam and line it up, and it was literally such a stress reliever after taking my exam. I was like, wow, this is so fun, and I honestly miss it because for the MCQ booklet for the question book, everything you had to put stickers and close. It was honestly so much fun. So yeah, that was one thing that I didn't realize would be so entertaining, honestly. And then the other thing I would say is that also I didn't realize that you should probably not have a hoodie. You should have a jacket. And my logic for this is I've told all my people that are incoming freshmen, I told all of them this because hoodies take longer to take on and off, and your vision is obstructed by your hoodie, but not by your jacket because you can just zip it. So that was one thing that I was really thought through for absolutely no reason because it'll waste you 2 seconds of your exam, and for some reason I thought that was really important. But still, I still wear a jacket. I don't take a hoodie. So yeah. Um Okay, what do you do when you've had a long day at school, but you still have a lot of things to do when you get home?
So I like to come home, relax for an hour, and just do something that I want to do, but that isn't something school related per se. Like for example, maybe I'll come home and watch an episode of the show I'm watching at that moment, or I'll just read a little bit of my book.
Yeah, I also I would definitely agree. You should take a break when you get home. There's literally no point of stressing. I actually know a lot of people who take a break after they're done with all their work, and I'm just I don't think I could survive doing a full day at school and then also coming home and doing all your work and then taking a break. So I like to take part of me knows this. I like to take naps when I get home from school. Um, they're very convenient because you can get one done in 20 minutes, and then you just are all refreshed, and then you drink a cup of coffee and that's it, and you go study. So yeah, I take a nap or I take a break at least. I'm not gonna take a nap, and then I try also when I'm really tired and I don't want to do anything, I'll just minimize my list to only the things I absolutely have to do, so that I'm not doing unnecessary work and I don't have to something that's due in a week. I'll only do what's the next day or something that's really pressing or urgent. So yeah.
Yep,
Um
prioritizing.
yeah, prioritize basically, yeah. That was a really long-winded way of saying guys, prioritize. It's good for you. So yeah. I know what our answer is going to be to this one. But which AP class was your biggest challenge and how did you handle it?
Surprise, surprise, AP Physics.
Oh my
Over the
gosh.
year, it was so hard. Over the year, my strategy changed a lot for studying for the class. Like at the beginning of the year, because before we took our first test, I was like more focused on knowing vocab for some reason and like going about questions like it was a formula that had to be memorized, which there are formulas, but like there's what I learned was that there's different ways to solve a question and you have to like understand the way the question's formatted. Also, like around AP exam time, learning how the exam itself was formatted really helped because on the AP exam, I knew which written responses that I was best at, and I could finish those off first and then move on to the ones that I know that I would have a little bit of trouble with. And honestly, something that I noticed was taking practice tests that for some of the written responses, I could just attempt the questions and I could earn like a point or two depending on what was being scored, even if I got the question completely wrong.
Yeah, I think AP Physics scoring was honestly something that you have to like pay attention to because physics was a rough class overall, just in general. Like
Yeah.
multiple witnesses to this, but like if you know if you know the scoring, the exam will be a lot easier. Like honestly, I just did. I think for my first test, I didn't really know what I was doing, and my grade reflected that. Like let's just put it like that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and so I think that like I the first exam, first test, I just really thought I was just like studying for like any other science class, and it's not really like that because the FRQs just come out of left field. They're so random sometimes, and I'm just like, how is this even related to the unit until I see the answer key, and then of course everything makes sense, but that's after. So I think by the end of it I realized that just doing like for MCQ at least, just doing practice questions, like I probably did like hundreds of practice questions before the exam, and it was not enjoyable. It was really bad, but it did get me to like, let's just say I got a score that I didn't think I would get. So that's better than nothing. So yeah, physics biggest challenge, would never recommend. We would never take it again, except we both are. So that's really fun. Okay, did any class surprise you? Like was it easier or harder than expected?
AP Psych. I feel like I was told by so many people, including just like those online, that it was one of the easiest AP class, which it was easy, but I think I expected it to be easier than it actually was. I kind of thought of it as like one of my regular honors classes than the actual AP class it was. So like don't underestimate AP Psych, like actually put in time and effort to study, learn the vocab and all of that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about fifth psych being like really easy too, so I don't know, like just whatever.
Maybe it was
I
just
think for
my like
me,
teacher.
yeah, your teacher was like rough too, so whatever. Yeah, I think that AP Precoc for me, I honestly I did the same thing. I kind of was just like, oh, it's just math, you know, like I've always been like decent at math. Like, I don't think I should worry about it. And honestly, I kind of just downplayed it, but it was really hard to get A's in that class. And yes, that's like my school, my teacher, like everything. And the exam, yes, it is easy, but I don't know why. Like Precalc, like some of my grades were not that good. Like yes, I ended with an A and everything, but oh my gosh, it was like a journey which I did not expect. Like physics, I knew it would be hard, and like world, like I kind of knew like okay, like it's like mid, but pre-calc I was like, oh, it's just math. It's not just math. It's literally
Yeah.
it's much more than that. So yeah, yeah, it was definitely pre-calc that surprised me. What evidence would you give to a freshman thinking about taking APs?
Okay. Think about what you want to do in life, like future careers, and take APs relating to that. Although there are a few exceptions, because I went into high school very sure that I would never want to go into the medical field. But after taking AP Psych, I just became interested in that whole field, and so now I like want to do something in that field. But just think about what you want to do and take APs relating to that. Like if you want to be like I don't know, biologists, don't take AP Physics, take AP Bio. It like make it make sense, you know?
Yeah, I honestly, when people tell me they're just taking like, oh, I'm just like taking CSP, just like take CC, I'm like, okay, guys, like, is that really
Yeah.
necessary? Like, especially people who are like taking, like, like people who are taking like physics and stuff when they're obviously not going to do anything in like science and just want to do like marketing or like business or something. I'm like, why are you guys taking physics? Like, sorry, but like, that's
Yeah.
like not really important, you know? So I think that that's one thing. And also, what I would say is that start off slow. Don't take too many APs at the same time. Like, I know so many people who have taken like three APs in freshman year. I'm like, guys, calm down. You have enough time for that. Like, genuinely, it's like so unnecessary. Start off slow, one, maybe two. Like, our school doesn't even allow two. Like, you can only take a one in person. So,
hmm
I think it's just weird, like that they want to like get so ahead. Like I get it, but like also like just calm down, guys. Genuinely.
Yeah. There's like a limit.
Yeah, and like freshman year already is such like a difficult like switch, you know, like from middle school and stuff. Like yes,
Right.
it's easier for some people, but like I like honestly freshman year was like it was a rough, like it was a learning curve. Like it wasn't rough, but like you're just
Mhm.
getting adjusted to a new environment. Like what's the point of stressing yourself out with all these APs that you don't even know what they're like yet? So yeah.
Yeah. Like if you want to take extra APs, I feel like 10th grade's the time to do that instead.
Yeah, genuinely, like if you're going to be taking extra APs, like don't do it freshman year. Like that's just guys, I feel
Yeah.
that's common sense. Like, sorry. Yeah. Another thing I would say is that make sure you start studying early for the exam. Earlier than you
Mhm.
think, at least. I know some people, like freshmen, who started studying like 2 weeks before the exam, like just for like easy APs, like for human and stuff. And I was like,
Mhm.
okay, like yes, you can technically study for human in like 2 weeks. Like, yes, you can, like obviously, but like why would you do that to yourself? Like just be prepared. Like I'm not saying start like 8 weeks in advance, but like is 4 weeks really gonna kill you? Like, I'm sorry. Is it really
Yeah.
gonna like torture you? Just like be prepared as much as possible, especially because it's like your first one or your first couple.
Mhm.
If you're taking more than one, and just like take it slow. Like that way you can really go over all the information. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you put in an AP survival kit?
Okay, so the basics, of course, pencil, paper, laptop, and then noise canceling headphones. Those are like a game changer in my opinion. Like if you want to listen to brown noise or white noise with like headphones too, that works pretty good. But I personally prefer noise canceling headphones. Also, make sure you're focused and attentive. Chances are you're going to be more successful if you're studying the same material at 5 p.m. rather than staying up and cramming at 1 a.m.
Oh, I can attest to that one, guys. 1 a.m., you don't learn anything. I'm telling you right now, you don't learn anything at 1 a.m., okay? Genuinely, this is coming from experience. Like, I'm not saying I've learned at 1 a.m., but I have reviewed. Like, I have stayed up to study because sometimes you just don't get stuff done. So
Mhm.
I genuinely think I would have probably done better if I had just gone to bed. Like, I know everyone says that, like, sleep is really good or whatever, but, like, sometimes you just, like, feel like you're not ready. So you just stay up and you study and it's, like, not worth it. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I would put caffeine, like I hate to admit it, but like I just lived on like coffee this year. Like like it was running through my veins at this point. Like I think kind of you can like agree to this. Like I genuinely drank
Yeah.
so much coffee. It was not even funny. Coffee, that was number one, literally. Or any type of caffeine, because like people drink like what energy drinks now. I'm coffee.
Yeah,
I
no,
need
I don't.
milk and yeah. Also your college board password. I have gotten up during so many tests to go check my phone because I can't remember what my password is. Like it's just memorize your password. It's not that hard, guys. Just memorize your
Mhm.
password. I think also I have to say though that my password had to change halfway through sophomore year, so that's why like I had to like relearn it. But like just memorize your password, guys. Like oh
Mhm.
my god, during like one of our like last tests of like the year in physics, one kid's like, I don't know my password. And we were just like, what are you talking? How do you know your password? Pranavi, didn't you tell me
Yeah.
somebody forgot their password in their exam?
Yeah. No, during the world exam, yeah, he literally got up and then it, he forgot he had to walk across the whole room and then go get his phone and check the password and everything.
I fear that's embarrassing. Um, how do you just forget your password on the day of your exam, guys? Like, make sure you know your password.
Yeah.
Okay, like Pranav said, paper. You need paper for all your classes. I ran through so much paper. I bought like 4 packets of paper, or like 4 packs or whatever paper at the beginning of the school year, and I ran out of all of it. And I literally just went school supply shopping today, and I
Hmm.
got 4 more packs. I paper goes out so quick. That
Yeah.
and also headphones. I
Hmm.
live by my headphones. I don't know what I'm gonna do without them this year because ugh, I hate school policy, but whatever. And I genuinely don't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like actually, like without my headphones, I wouldn't have survived. I'm just putting it that way. So yeah, I think that's about it. Unless you have any other like random tips that we didn't like really cover.
No, I think that's really it. I think we went through a lot of the important stuff.
I think that's pretty much it. So thanks for coming on the podcast today, Pranavi.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And thanks for listening to Paneer and Pancakes. Don't forget to subscribe and review us on Spotify and YouTube and follow us on Instagram for updates and more content. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.